And even look at Israel. Let's talk about Israel. Some things I want to show you guys about Israel. Check this out, guys. This is amazing. Why do we do these live streams? I like to do these live streams because I want to interact with the audience, but I also want to express myself about certain ideas directly to the audience. Look at what's been going on with Israel. Now, we saw a massacre of the Jews. Over 1,000 Jews killed, just like that. Over 1,000 Jews killed. You would think the world would be united. Hey, oh my God, an anti-Semitic attack done on the Jewish people by terrorists who deny the Holocaust and who admire Adolf Hitler. Right wing. Really, what happened on October the 7th? Let's be real here. What happened on October the 7th was a bunch of far-right, Hitler-admiring Middle Eastern men who are misogynists. They're misogynistic, far-right Hitler sympathizers who went into Israel and slaughtered over 1,000 Jews. That's what happened. You would think, wow, we need to unite against this, right? You would think, wow, we need to go against this. We need to, we need to unite against anti-Semitism. We need to unite against all these things. But that's not what happened. What you see is 1,000 people gathered together in London. Not 1,000, 1,000,000 people. Sorry, I said 1,000. I had a little brain glitch there. 1,000,000 people gathered together in London to protest not against anti-Semitism, but to protest in favor of those who killed the Jews. What is Hamas? Let's be real here. You have all. This is why I don't like anybody. This is why I say don't trust nobody, don't like nobody. Because it's all bullshit. You have all these people who are calling themselves titles like Pussy Riot, going around talking about feminism. And they're dressed up like giant vaginas, and they do the big vagina rallies, and they say, oh my God, feminism, misogynist. Trump is a misogynist. He said he wanted to grab a woman by the vagina. He's a misogynist. He's just, oh my goodness. Feminism, far right, misogynist. We have to fight against the misogynists. But who did the massacre of the Jews in Israel? Who did the massacre? Let's be real here. These were far right, misogynist. You haven't seen misogyny until you've seen the Middle East. Far right, misogynist, anti-Semitic, Hitler-admiring men with guns. That's who did the massacre. So you would think people would rally around it. Let's rally against this stuff. This is terrible. Greatest massacre of Jews since the 1940s. Nope. This music is Iranian. That's not what happened. What happened was people rallied against the Jews. So we live in a very different time. I remember my father used to go to pro-Israel rallies. And I remember I used to go to these rallies with my dad. And one time we went to, we went to Oakland, California, Oakland is a big city in Northern California. And I remember this huge crowd of people waving Star of Davids, waving Israeli flags. And I remember there was a group of Black Panthers. There were these black guys dressed up in military berets and military boots, and they were walking around. They were Black Panthers. Straight up, they were Black Panthers. And there were a small number of them. And then I remember we walked down this street in the middle of the downtown area of Oakland. And I remember there was this small group, like there had to have been at most like 12 of them. There were 12 of them with little Palestinian flags, and the pro-Jewish flag rushed those guys. They just rushed them, and I kid you not, I was there. I was in the middle of it. I can tell you right now. I remember it like it happened yesterday. People rushed the people with the pro-Palestine flags, and there was a damn near fist fight. And my father was next to me, and my father got in front of one of these pro-Palestine guys, and my dad said, "Do you want to fight? Let's go right now." And the pro-Palestine guys, you know what they did? They ran away. And there was like 12 of them. Now, the pro-Israel crowd is the small crowd. The biggest thing they could get was 200,000 people in Washington. That was it. That was it. In Sydney, Australia, you had tens of thousands of people gathered together for Palestine. For Israel, maybe 1,000 people. What's going on? Whatever happened to fighting Nazism? Whatever happened to fighting terrorism? Whatever happened to fighting, those evil, misogynistic, far-rightists? What happened? We supported Ukraine. Who are we supporting? Azov. Remember all the talk about fighting Azovstal? Remember all the talk about helping the men in Azovstal? Oh, let's help the soldiers who are stuck in the Azovstal plant. Remember that? Who was in Azovstal? It was Azov Battalion. Nazis. And who did the Canadians support? Who did the Americans support? Azov. Ukrainian neo-Nazis. So you have people who are sympathetic to Azov, people who are sympathetic to Hamas. Whatever happened to let's fight against fascism? Because it's all going down, guys. It's all going down. What do you think will become of the Balkans in the near future? Do you think that states like Greece, Serbia, and Bulgaria will gain more territory for themselves? I'm not really sure about that. I think that eventually Turkey and Russia are going to fight over the Balkans. Turkey is going to back the Albanians and the Bosnians. Turkey will be on the side of Croatia against the Serbs, and they're going to try to have a proxy war against Russia's ally, Serbia. I mean, you're already seeing a little bit of that right now with Kosovo. And eventually, there's going to be a war between the Russians and the Turks. And the Turks are backing the Albanians. They're backing the Albanians as a proxy in Kosovo against the Serbs. Eventually, that whole region of Kosovo is going to blow up into a conflagration of horrendous violence, and I think eventually it's just going to lead to Turkey and Russia having a war. I also think that it's possible that Germany will enter the Balkans on the side of Turkey against the Russians, and the Germans will try to expand their own hegemony in the Balkans as well. And that's the reason why the Germans are pushing for more Balkan countries to join the European Union.